Before we get started in the video, I want to apologize for the length of the video. It's a bit long, but stick around to the end because we're going to get some dissing action in. So let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So right now I'm up here in the 8335 and I'm getting ready to put in my little iPad mount I got, and then I'm putting the papers in to the tractors, and then I'm gonna bring the 8430 back to the farm, and we're gonna run through everything on that drill and make sure it's all ready to go, so that way we know everything's gonna be good to go on it when we're ready to plant. So we're gonna go over it, and then I'm not really sure what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. We're gonna work on that here this morning. It's like 10 o'clock or 10:30 or so. I just got done with my schoolwork for today. It's Monday, it's the 20th. So there's Cody's turkey. Parts of his turkey. Alright guys, so what I'm doing now is what I did earlier. So I went through and I checked all of these little seed firmer kind of things. They keep the seed from popping out of the ground whenever it blows it in. So now what I'm doing is greasing the whole air drill. Then once I get these bottom ones done, I'll fold it down and then I'll do those. So I got the swing down here on this side, so I just gotta go under it and then back up on the other side. So that's what I'm up to right now. We went and got the seed tenders, so he's working on greasing that right now. And well, I think this is pretty well all I'm gonna get to today. May get to put some seed discs in the planter. I'm not really for sure. Depends on how long it's going to take me to grease all this and do whatever else we need to on the seed tent. Alright, so I got all these. These are all on here. These are the new ones. And then the ones down through the bottom actually weren't too bad. So I left all those. And I got the whole thing greased. Or, well, not the whole thing. I got to grease one more on this one right here, because I didn't get it whenever I was going up it. So I gotta do one more grease circ on that one, grease fitting, grease circ, whatever you call it. And then I'm gonna fold it down to do that, and then I think that should be it. I need to move all the gauge wheels back to where they need to be to get our right depth, because I had to move all the gauge wheels to get to one of the grease fittings. So I'll have to move all those back. So I'm gonna get in the tractor, pull it up, and unfold it. So, and then I really need to check all of the hoses and make sure that they're the right direction on the tractor, on the SCVs, so that way whenever whoever's driving this knows exactly what they're doing whenever they pull the lever whatever way. So I'm gonna pull up here a little bit, and then unfold it, because I don't want to hit the table over there, or the 4520 front end of the 4520. So alright, got it all unfolded, and now I just need to move all these gauge wheels back, and then we'll grease the rest of those fittings over there. So I'm going to show you how we what the gauge wheel is. So this is the gauge wheel. This determines the depth of your seed. So that's going to ride on the ground, and that determines how deep this blade right here goes. And then that is what cuts your seed trench. And then in between here, if you can see, there's a boot that comes down. That's where the seed comes through. And then this keeps the seed from blowing back out of the ground since this is air powered. And then this little wheel right here firms it down, firms the seed down in there, and then this closes the trench up. So I'm gonna adjust the gauge wheel by taking this right here, take this, pull it up, and then pull it wherever we need it. So it looks like we had it right there. So we got these. Gotta go all the way along here, set all these, and then finish greasing over there on the other side. Alright, so I got this drill all greased. This is the one I had to come back and get on all. So this is all greased, ready to go. So I guess I should give you a bit of insight on how big this drill is and stuff. So this drill is 30 feet wide, our other one's the same, 30 feet wide. The only difference is this one has 15 inches in between each of these rows here. But our other drill has 7.5 inches between each row. So the other one has like double the amount of rows on this one. So this is the easy one to grease. The other one's a hard one to grease because there's like double as many grease fittings. So this one's done. I just need to turn it on, turn on the blower, make sure everything's gonna work right, make sure we got pressure, and get our pressure set right, and then I think this one will be ready to go. So I'll bring it up there to the barn, and then I'll probably work on putting seed discs into the corn planter, because it is, well, it's 5 o'clock now, so I have a little while left to work on this today, and then I'll continue tomorrow. So I'm gonna start this up and make sure we get it all running right, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I got everything finished on this, so I'm gonna bring it back up there to the barn, and I'm gonna have Cody bring me back here. Then I'm gonna go put the seed discs into the big corn planter. But first, we need fuel. Alright, made it up here. Now, we're just gonna leave this out because I'm gonna get the corn planter out here in a minute. Alright, I just got back up here with the seed discs, and I'm gonna go pull this tractor out. So that way I'm in the white out here, and I can see a little bit better to put these in here. Cody's gonna come up here in a second and help me, and then we'll get this done. Alright, we got all the seed discs in. So those are ready. No, you didn't. You got about half of them in. You couldn't twist the little things on.
I could.
Uh-huh.
You just.
Yep, so we got the seed discs in, and that's ready to go. So tomorrow we'll probably come up here and unfold this. So I think we're ready to go. It's the next day, so I'm back up here. I'm gonna move the 8430. And then we need to get the 8235, and we're gonna bring that down and look over that air seeder. So that's what I'm gonna start out doing this morning. All right, we got all those things fixed on this air drill, so we unfolded it. Now we're just gonna set the gauge wheels like I did on the other one yesterday. All right, guys, so I'm out here. I'm gonna do some discing for the rest of the day today, I guess. Got the 9330 on the disc, and we're gonna start here in this field. This is a 50-acre field, and Dad's already got the disc set up. He came out here and set it up this morning. It's probably dried out since he's been out here because the wind is blowing like crazy today, so it should be pretty dry in most places. But if we find a wet spot, we may end up just having to go around it. But I don't think there's anything too bad here. This is like a creek bottom field, so there is going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit wet down there in that part because the creek's down there. So we'll just have to watch out down there, but hopefully everything goes well. Alright, so we're moving along here, going about 4.5, around 4.5. And this is the ground that we chisel plowed We only disc ground that we chisel plow or rip, so that's what we did. That you actually probably saw the video of us chisel plowing this, and so I'm almost like a quarter of the way done maybe, and then we got to move to, well, if I do get this done, then I'll move over to where we ripped, which is in a video like a way like after fall. That's a while back that I ripped, and then we finished like part of it that was chisel plowed. We chisel plowed it just to finish it off because I didn't want to rip it because it's on a hillside. It's like a creek bottom that goes to a hillside, so I didn't want to rip that hillside. So I'm coming up on a waterway here, so I'm gonna lift up, and then I'll set it back down on the other side, and then once I'm done, I'll come and do rows along this way with it to even it off. There we go. It's kind of dusty going this way, so I'll let you guys see whenever we're coming back down the hill, so that way you can see without all the dust. It's dusty going up the hill, and then when we're going down the hill, it's pretty clear. Alright, it's a little bit less dusty going down the hill here, but you can see back there. Just out here checking it out, walk around a little bit, and it's doing a pretty good job. It's not perfectly dry conditions, but it's about as good as it's gonna get because it's gonna rain here at all. It's gonna rain like at the end, towards the end of the week. It looks pretty good. So I got everything over there done. So now I just got a little bit of a section here, then I gotta do the rows around it. But it's working up pretty good. Check over all the parts of the stuff. Just walk around, stretch my legs a little bit. Looks like everything's working okay. Not anything that I can see. It is really dusty out here though. There's a crust on top. It's just really dusty. It's really dry on top, just kind of wet underneath. So that's the only problem. If it weren't for being so wet underneath, we would have maybe got some beans in today. If we could find, like I said, if it were dry underneath rather than just on top. But now they're talking rain towards the end of the week, like I said, on Thursday, so I don't know how much that'll be. Then next week they're calling for rain, which who knows, there might not turn out to be any rain, so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, and if not, then we'll be putting some seeds in the ground. Alright, so apparently a hydraulic leak somewhere. Shoot. Yep, that line right there. It was just pouring out of there. It still is coming out of there too. It was whenever I was lifting up the... Alright, I got it pulled up here. I'm gonna go over there, get the truck, and then come over here and take those lines off, and then I guess we'll have to fix them. Luckily, we do have our own we can make our own hydraulic hoses. But I guess we kind of have bad luck in this field with blowing hoses, because in the video right here, I'm going to put a card right here, we blew a hose on the chisel plow. So I guess we're going to try to fix this and keep going, because we really need to get this done, because we absolutely have to have this to get this done, pretty much, unless we can try to run the McFarland over it. But we can fix this hose. It's not going to be a big deal. It just kind of frustrating, because I'm almost done with this field, and then I was trying to do some inrows here, and then I lifted up for the waterway down there, and then it blew out. And so I'm gonna take these off and then head back, I guess. Alright, so we got the hose fixed. We're back going again. I'm gonna probably run them pretty late, and then whenever I want to quit, my grandpa's gonna come take over. We need to get this done. We gotta move over to the other field, like I said earlier. So I'm getting pretty close to being done here. So once I finish this, I'll go over there, and then we'll see what else. Hopefully nothing else happens, but you never know. So hopefully nothing happens. Alright, we're folding up and heading out of here. So I head to the next field. I'm gonna pull up and then fold up the rolling basket, then head out. Alright, we're rolling here in the new field. So this is a field that I ripped here, and then we chiseled that part where it's kind of hillier. So just gonna keep going. Probably go a little while past dark, and then see if my grandpa wants to come run, and then we'll finish whatever in the morning or later in the day. So we'll see how much we can get done. Change of plans. So I think I'm gonna quit right now, and I guess we're gonna go home. I guess we'll go finish this tomorrow, and so I got a few passes done here, got started. So this is like a 50 or 60 acre field, so it'll take a while to get done, but it's doing a good job. So we'll just have to keep running tomorrow, and we'll see what all we can get done. We have 2 more fields after this. One's a 100 acre field, and then one's a 50 acre field. So we have a decent amount to run over, but we'll get it done eventually. So I guess that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you have a question or just want to say something. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.